Hey, what's good, fam? This your boy YC Leg, aka Marcel, giving you the wrestling takes. I haven't done a video on this channel in over a year, but I'm coming to you giving my top takes on this whole KofiMania situation. I watch so many wrestling podcasts give their so-called honest review on why they feel KofiMania shouldn't be a thing, because they only look at Kofi as a second tier player. They do not look at this man as a main eventer. Now, let me explain to you why a lot of people feel that way. They're going to be, I can tell you right now, they try their best to explain in a non-racial biased way, but that's a blow to BS. I'm just being honest. Most wrestling heads, I'm telling you, share the same views as Vince McMahon. I don't care what nobody say. For the longest, Vince McMahon has never pushed a black dude to be in the main event spot. And that does not mean secondary title. Mark Henry, Booker T, The Rock, they don't count. I'm talking about WWF / WWE Championship. There has never been a black dude to be in that spot or even have the title. And that's just the way how things are. Anytime you see a black wrestler, what type of gimmicks do they have? All stereotypics. They're either the criminal / gangster / rapper. They're either cutting the jig, dancing, the stupidity, the dumb nut, the dumb black man. All these, as cases of who you're looking at, the black men who are shucking and jiving and promoting homosexuality. The list goes on and on. So, if year in and year out, black wrestlers are being pushed with those stereotypic gimmicks, you think people want to see that main event WrestleMania? No. And this is the mindset that has been pushed year in and year out by this company that's known as WWE. So why out of nowhere everybody jumped on Kofi Kingston bandwagon? Well, it's because of what happened at the SmackDown before Elimination Chamber and what took place in the Elimination Chamber. People say, well, he's been with the company 11 years. How come you wasn't wanting this back then? Well, we've been wanting this for years. It's just, this is how he was presented. He was presented with a shucking and jiving gimmick. When you are presented as a shucking and jiving buffoon, this is what happens to you. You get pushed into the secondary mid card, and you go nowhere. And this is what's frustrating with black wrestling fans. We want to see somebody that look like us with the title. Now, do we want Kofi to win the championship at WrestleMania? Kofi is the only one right now that should go for it. The other black wrestlers that's being promoted, they're not being pushed right. Kofi fell into a position that he took advantage of. And it's unfortunate for my man Mustafa Ali. That boy is cold. He's a Chi-Town native. But Kofi is taking advantage of this. So they said, why do you want somebody that's shucking and jabbing to the main event or have this? We just want somebody black. Somebody that look like us, that actually has the title. That's all we ask for. That's it. We've been watching this stuff for years, and we've never seen somebody that looked like us to host or have the title. We don't even care if the reign is long. As long as if we can get one pay-per-view reign, that's good for us. We'll be happy. But all these wrestling heads that's talking and giving their so-called perspective and not telling the real truth. I've seen maybe 2 cats that actually spoke the truth. My man OTRS Central and my man the Lax Man. And there's another wrestling dude I was watching. I can't think of your name. It was 2 of y'all. Y'all was talking about it. But the rest of these wrestling clowns, they was basically shutting it down, where they said they really didn't want to see it. And it's unfortunate, but this is the times we're in. It's 2019, and we still have to discuss race in wrestling. Talking about the first this, the first that. I'm so tired of that mess. You don't think we tired of talking about it? You think the reason why we keep talking about it is because the mess is being thrown right in our face every single day and night. It's sad, but it is what it is. So the reason why a lot of people is jumping on the KofiMania train because they know they never seen nobody black with the WWE Championship. They know it, and that's why they jumping on it. But then there's the other half of the wrestling clowns that's saying the opposite. They don't want to see it because they don't want to see somebody black hosting the WWE Championship. I don't care what they say. They can talk about Shelton Benjamin this or the Dream that. No, you have been you've been programmed to just see somebody that look like you with the championship, that you're not open to see somebody that doesn't look like you with the championship. And that's not your fault. It's Vince McMahon's fault. He has presented you over all these years to never see somebody that looked like Kofi, Big E, and Xavier Woods in the main event spot. All you do is you see wrestlers that look like the three of them be nothing but jokes. I'm gonna go down the list: Bobby Trashley, Titus O'Neil, Naomi, Sasha Banks, R-Truth, Alicia Fox. Who else is black this in WWE? Leo Rush, Apollo Crews, Keith Lee, Dream. Going nowhere. They're going absolutely nowhere, and it's sad, man. It is very sad, but it is what it is. I'm telling you, this is why everybody. I'm telling you, if Vince pulls the trigger and he allows Kofi Kingston to win the big one at WrestleMania, dude, I'm telling you. Listen, everybody, look, social media gonna go crazy, regardless if they want to see it or not. Social media is going to it's going to explode. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. Listen, I'm not a hardcore wrestling here, but I do watch a lot of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching wrestling since '97, and it's I never seen it. I never seen a full black man win the WWE Championship. Never seen it. Never. And that's one of the major reasons. Look, so we understand. We know Kofi been shucking and jiving. I'm not finna sit up here and say yes. Listen. I am not a fan of the New Day gimmick. Throwing pancakes around, coming out there, skipping and clapping. That's shucking and jiving to the shucking and jiving to the fullest, man. I don't want to. I'm tired of that. I want to see us presented in a serious light, not this Sambo shucking and jiving, Uncle Tom type of foolery. It's sad, man, but Kofi took advantage of Ali being out, and him and Daniel Bryan put on something that was crazy. And I'm like, if Vince and them booked this right, and they allowed them to give them at least 20 minutes to tell a story and let them go, let them go, and we get what we want, and finally seeing a full black dude winning the championship, man, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. But that's just my take on this. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it. A lot of people are afraid because they always say, "Oh, here we go with the race baiting and all this stuff." It's in the forefront, you nuts. It's in front of your face. You bozos are so caught up in what you saying and what you think is real because you think what you saying is the gospel and it's not. You're just cool. You're just saying this because you are only cool with seeing somebody that look like you. I don't care how much you try to act like you're not against certain such and such wrestlers. But a lot of y'all in the wrestling community, this is exactly what's wrong with y'all. Y'all got them racial biases, and it's sad because you've been programmed to think that only black wrestlers are only good for being in the secondary and only good for shucking and jiving. That's my take on this, and I'm out.